So let's start our class today by welcoming ourselves. So when we welcome ourselves to our practice, we allow all of who we are to be present without pushing anything away. And self-observation without judgment is something that we are aware of. So every time we judge ourselves, we send a little arrow to our heart. So we're going to let go of any judgment about anything that we think about ourselves. And we welcome ourselves as we are. So we welcome our physical body, we welcome our emotions, and we welcome our thoughts, and we welcome all circumstances that we're experiencing in our lives. So I welcome you all, and here we are together once again on Friday morning. And as you begin to feel yourself coming into your heart, notice what you feel today. So notice any mood or thought, whatever emotions are there, let them be in your heart. And allow your body to relax a little bit. Let go of any need to achieve anything during your class. And let this be a time of receiving what you'd like to take from your class. So maybe you need a little bit of centering, a little bit of emotional balance, or maybe you just need a good stretch. Maybe you want to work on moving your joints a little bit. Whatever your intention is, just know that you can receive whatever you want from this class. So take a moment to tune into all of who you are and welcome yourself. Now we can start by just noticing our breath. And we never, in our daily lives, we don't usually notice that we're breathing. So take a moment to notice what your breath feels like. And find the natural rhythm of your breath. And notice where you feel the breath in your body. Can you feel it in the nose? Is it coming into your nostrils? Notice the length of your breath. Does it feel like a long breath or a short breath? Are you able to breathe through both nostrils? And as you follow the breath into your body, can you feel the chest rising? So it might be just a gentle rising of the breath of the chest. And as the breath leaves the body, just notice what you feel in your whole body. And let's take a few moments just to breathe together. Notice the calming effect of your breath. Now, using the gift of your imagination, imagine that you could breathe through the bottoms of your feet, connecting your feet to the earth, and begin to breathe up from Mother Earth, connecting yourself, maybe even feeling your roots growing down into the earth, perhaps sensing that spring is really not too far away. So underneath the snow and the ice is fresh grass, fresh energy. So imagine that you could breathe fresh springtime energy up into your body, coming up through the bottoms of the feet, coming through the legs, all the way up through the body. And with each inhalation, bring up some hopeful, rejuvenating energy. So you might want to just let your mind imagine that. As you're bringing up hopeful energy, you can exhale whatever you don't want to have in your space right now. So you might want to exhale maybe some negative thoughts, some thoughts that are not your favorite thoughts. Letting go of any tension on the exhale. Breathing in love. Breathing out conflict. And beginning to find an equilibrium in your physical body. Letting the body just release whatever it wants to release during your practice. Now let's continue breathing, but this time let's take a deeper breath. So see if you can inhale and begin to fill the lungs a little bit fuller. So take a deeper breath. Feel the chest rise as you breathe in, and as you exhale, you'll notice that all of the air goes out of the lungs, just exhaling completely. Continue on your own with a deeper breath. No need to force the breath, but with each inhalation, take in a little more oxygen. Let your exhalation be slow and long, releasing tension from the body and releasing any toxic thoughts from your mind. It takes a little time to do this. Now begin to shift your awareness to the sensations in your physical body. So you might imagine just scanning your body from head to toe. Just visiting places in the body, gently scanning the body with your inner wisdom, and become aware of places that feel very comfortable. So you might have many places in the body that are very comfortable and very relaxed. Breathe into those places and feel the comfort of those physical places expanding. So if your shoulders are relaxed, feel that relaxation spreading into your arms. And if the middle of the body feels comfortable, feel the comfort spreading to the rest of your body. So take a moment to do that. Any places of soreness or tightness, breathe into those places and send them fresh energy. So the places that are tight are just speaking to you. They're just letting you know that this place might need to be moving a little bit. Maybe that place needs a little rest. Maybe you're overworking that place. So tuning into your physical body and accepting what you're discovering in your physical body. And now let's go on the journey of movement. Now that we've established our breath, let's begin to do all of the movements that are so familiar to us. Let's start with turning the head from left to right. We gather a little information from this. So, am I holding tension in my neck? And if you are, just turn from side to side and perhaps have the intention to let go of any soreness in the neck just by moving the head left and right. Maybe one side has a little bit more tightness than the other. This is very natural. Now, a beautiful thing that we do in yoga is to connect our breath with our movement. So let's try that. Let's inhale the head in one direction and exhale as you turn the head to the other side. And this brings our awareness very focused. So breath and movement become one. They're together. And then bring your head back to center and take a moment to breathe. Now we're going to drop the chin down to the chest. And you might feel quite a bit of sensation as you allow your head to drop down. Maybe feeling a stretch in the back of the neck. You might even feel this in your upper back. Then we're going to inhale, and as we inhale, just let your chin rise up a little bit. So the chin rises up towards the sky, and just let your head drop back ever so slightly. Then we'll drop the chin down to the chest and feel the weight of your head pulling your head down. What do you feel when you drop the head? Maybe you can breathe into the back of your neck. So now that your chin is towards your chest and your head drops down, see if you could just gently turn your head from left to right, tucking your chin towards the chest. Gentle head roll from left to right. You might even feel a little crunching sound. Maybe little gentle pops, little crunches. Chin is to the chest and the head rolls left and right. And then lift the chin up and bring your head to a neutral position. So a neutral position is a place where your chin is neither pointing up or down. It's just in a very gentle, neutral place. And then the shoulders relax, and we're sitting up, and connect to the earth with your feet, and see if you can feel your whole body at peace for a moment. Now we're going to take our left hand and we're just going to put it on our head. So lifting the hand up, putting it on your head, relaxing the other shoulder, and gently move your head so that your left ear begins to come towards your shoulder. Left ear towards the left shoulder. Breathe into the right side of your neck. So you can feel that side of the neck stretching. And then we're going to move our head forward and back using the hand to gently tilt the head forward and back. Meanwhile, the left ear is moving towards your shoulder. Lots of sensations here. Up and down. Breath is flowing. And then very, very gently begin to come back to a neutral position with your chin and let your left hand come back to your lap. And slowly let both shoulders relax. And we'll take an integrating breath together, so we get a chance to rest between each movement. Let's get ready to take the right hand off the lap We're going to put that right hand somewhere on the head where it feels comfortable. Then we're going to start to pull the ear towards the shoulder. And you're going to notice sensation in your arm. You'll notice your breath. And you start to feel sensation in different places. So the right ear comes towards the right shoulder and the other shoulder relaxes a little bit. And then we'll move the head forward and back. So letting the head drop down a little bit, lifting the head up. So I'm feeling lots of different sensations. And if you're feeling any pain in anything that we do today, you have permission to not do that, or even to release what isn't working. So you can always back off a little bit, especially if you're really feeling a little discomfort there. And then get ready to bring the head back to a neutral position and release that right arm, placing the hands back on the lap and taking an integrating breath. Let's just check in with our mind. Is the mind fast or slow right now? Are you thinking about the past or the future? Maybe not. Maybe we're right here with our neck and shoulders. Now we're going to lift the shoulders up. See if you can lift both shoulders at the same time. So breathe in and lift the shoulders. And then breathe out and let the shoulders come down. So we're gently going to lift and lower the shoulders. Now many of us sometimes feel the weight of the world on our shoulders. So we're responsible for different things. And that responsibility very often comes right into the shoulders. So we're going to see if we can lift and lower the shoulders and let go of any tension that we're aware of in the shoulders. So you inhale through your nose and exhale either through your nose or your mouth, whichever feels best. And does one shoulder feel different than the other? Sometimes there's a big difference. The next time you inhale, hold your shoulders way up towards your ears. And then as you exhale, drop the shoulders with a sigh. So you can let out a gentle sigh. Ha! And then we'll inhale the shoulders up towards the ears. And exhale through the mouth with a sigh. Ha! And we'll do this a few times on our own. So inhale through the nose, exhale with a sigh through your mouth. Ha! Continue on your own. Now sometimes your shoulders are communicating with you, and they tell you that they want you to do something else with your shoulders. So I'm going to ask you to move your shoulders in your own special way, without my guidance. So you're going to tune into the shoulders. You're going to go on a little exploration of them. Now maybe they want to rest. Maybe they say, hey, don't move me so much. Maybe they guide you in some kind of movement that is very personal for you. Let the breath help you with this. So you had your own personal shoulder practice there. And then just relax the shoulders. Let's get ready to do some other things which involve breathing. lift your left hand up and your right hand up, and then place your fingertips on the back of your head or the back of your neck in a comfortable position, or just surround your head with your fingers without touching the skull itself. So you're finding the elbows out to the side in a comfortable position, and then we're going to close the elbows and open them. We're going to inhale and exhale as we open and close the elbows. And notice what happens with your breath when you do this. You may be able to take in more breath as you press the elbows back. So just opening and closing the elbows. And then bring the elbows out to the side, and let's do a leaning over to the right side. Come back to center and very gently lean your torso over to the other side. So we're swaying. So we'll just go side to side for a moment. And the next time you come back to center, just bring your hands down for a rest and tune into your breath once again. Scan your body from the top of the head to the bottom of the toes. What do you feel right now in your spirit? Have you fully welcomed yourself to this day with no pushing away any part of you? And let your hands float up and place the hands in prayer position. Feeling the fingers and the palm lining up. And then interlace your fingers. Say hello to your fingers and to your wrists. And we're going to open the fingers wide as if you were making a little flower with your fingers. So the palms are open and the fingers are open. We stretch out in between each finger, and then we'll close and open the fingers. So you'll shake hands with yourself, and you'll slowly open as if you were opening petals of a flower, and each finger gets to express itself very widely, closing and opening the fingers. Just try it on your own. The next time you close the hands, begin to make some movements with your hands so that your fingers are pressing against the tops of your hands. So you can feel the strength in your fingers. And you can begin to make a figure 8 with your interlaced fingers. You can feel what your wrists are feeling like. Maybe there's a little tension in the wrist. Stretching out in any way that feels comfortable for you. And then release the hands and touch your fingertips together, and we'll do some spider push-ups. So all of the fingertips line up with each other. And we press the fingers together, almost like we could touch the whole finger to the opposite finger. So we're pressing and we're pushing, and you're going to tune into what you feel when you press your fingers together. You just keep doing push-ups with those fingers. Maybe you can even notice individual fingers as you're doing this. But this definitely strengthens the fingers and stretches them out if there's any temptation to get a little arthritis in the knuckles. We can literally prevent the deterioration of those knuckles just by this nice movement. And then we can turn the hands in a different direction, as if your top hand is doing push-ups on a mirror. And we're going to do some push-ups by turning the hands in a different direction, which is actually quite fun. We get a chance to have the body in a different position. Good, and then let's go to the other side and we'll do push-ups on the other side, which is different. And with each movement, you're strengthening and stretching. Very good. And then we'll bring the hands down for a rest. So let's lean back in our chair. I have a nice soft back here, so I like that. If you have a hard chair, you can always put a blanket, but just let your back press against the back of the chair and begin to sway your body from left to right. So if you lean over to one side, we're not using the arms right now. We'll just see if we can feel the back of the body contacting the chair. And if you press hard enough, you can get even a little massage on some of those muscles surrounding the spine. And then we're going to come back to center and we'll do a few stretches. So for those of you that are looking for a stretch for your arms and legs, that's what we're going to be doing today. And what we'll do is take that yoga tie in front, and if it's a very long tie, just double it so that it's manageable to hold. And when you have that yoga tie out in front, we're going to push and pull the yoga tie. So we'll push the tie away, stretching out the arms about shoulder height, and then we'll pull it down. Pushing and pulling. So on my screen right now, right in front of my face, it says enter your search term. And I'm going to search for peace. I don't know why it says enter. I have no desire to to search for something other than peace of mind. So I have a big sign in front of my face. Do you see it on your screen? Thank God. And I can just not even think about it. So how does it feel to straighten and bend your arms? Yeah. A little strong, a little stretch. Nice big breath. Very good. The next time you straighten your arms in front, lean forward a little bit. So if you lean forward, you're going to feel a nice long stretch for your torso. So you might even feel the buttocks pressing down and the arms pushing away. Then bring the tie back to the chest and take a breath. Now we're going to push that tie up towards the sky. And we're going to bend the elbows. So we'll push and we'll bring it down. Now try this with your breath. Notice the breath coming in and out as you do this. Can you notice when the arms come up that you can take a really big breath because there's lots of room? And then as you're exhaling, you can bring that tie down. Now, I'm going to invite you all to breathe into a sense of freedom for your body today. And everything that we do today is going to open up some fresh energy. So the next time you bring your tie up overhead, let's try leaning to the left, pressing the tie away, and then coming back to center, and then leaning to the other side. And let this be nice and easy as you flow from side to side. And also tune into the places that feel like they want a little bit of opening. So where are the places that are holding tension? As you lean over, you can release those places of tightness. And then we'll bring the tie up overhead and slowly bring it forward in front of you until finally that tie comes down on the lap. And just for a moment, tune in to what you're feeling after that happened. After those stretches, what do you feel? So in your mind, in your emotions, and in your body. Taking a little moment to let everything be exactly as it is. Every thought, every feeling. And now we're going to do a little twist, because a lot of us need to twist, especially when we're backing out of a driveway. So you can't back out of a driveway without checking to see that there's no little bicycle that you're going to run over. So let's prepare for some twists. We'll bring the tie out in front, and we're just going to gently turn to the left so that the tie and your chest and even your belly button start to turn to that side. And even look over your tie if you like, so the eyes can turn in the same direction. Then we'll come back to center very gently, and then we'll turn to the other side. So the legs are staying in a neutral, stable position, but the torso turns. Yeah, it's a great thing that we can actually turn the spine in this direction. So now on your own, you're going to turn from left to right as slowly or as quickly as you want to. We're also going to enjoy bringing the breath to this movement. So you might breathe in one direction, and you might breathe out in the opposite way. So just find a rhythm of your breath that feels good for you. And also notice what's happening as you turn from side to side. We're going to bring that movement to a close, and when the hands come out in front, you can just put your tie off to the side. Take a moment to see if you can sense the sunlight outside. Even if you're not looking out a window, see if you can feel the sun. Take a moment to bring that sun into your heart. And let's get ready to do a little movement with the feet. So we're just going to see if we can keep the upper body relaxed for a moment, and just lift your left foot up. So once the left foot comes up, you're going to bring that foot down to the floor. And then we'll lift the right leg, and we can bring that leg down. So we're going to lift and lower each foot alternatively. So one leg goes up and it comes down, and then the other leg goes up and down. So try this on your own. And your eyes can be open or closed, whatever needs to happen. So one leg goes up, the other one goes down. Very good. Now lift both legs up at the same time and bring them down. So we're actually just bending and straightening. Bending and straightening. And what What's happening in your body as you do this? What is involved in this? Up and down. The next time the feet come up off the ground, we're going to windshield wiper our feet from left to right. Just like you have windshield wipers on the bottoms of your feet. They go left and they go right. And notice what's happening in your legs and in your ankles. Nice, easy windshield wipering of the feet. Cleaning off any tension from the toes. And then we'll bring the feet down for a rest. So we're going to put the hands on the knees right now. The feet are going back to the floor. So closing your eyes at this point, what does it feel like to be sitting in this position? So can you get a sense of comfort just sitting like this? Now we're going to take a little time to do some forward bends, and we'll be working with the feet as well. So the left hand and the right hand on the knees. Begin to lean forward with a straight back. Your back is completely straight. So you're not dropping your head down at all. And we're thinking about coming forward and moving the head away from your tailbone. So the very top of the head is pushing away almost towards where the ceiling meets the wall. So that will lengthen the whole back of the body. And then press down into the knees and come back to a straight spine. So these gentle movements will actually bring us into alignment in our body. We'll be able to feel the parts of the body and be intimate with them so that we can know when they're giving us a clue. So let's do a forward bend again with a nice straight spine. That means your neck and your head are in line with the rest of the vertebrae. So we lean forward and we come back to seated. And then we'll lean forward again and come back to seated with a straight spine coming back upright. Then we'll lean forward one more time and we're going to turn the head from left to right. So you're going to get a sense, you'll be able to feel the places that feel very open in your spine. And then you might notice places that are maybe a little tight. And of course, that has to do with the musculature surrounding the spine. So we're turning the head left and right. We come into a forward bend. And then, from this forward bend, let your hands slide down the front of your legs. Some of us may be able to actually bring the chest down onto the thighs. So you might feel all of the stuff that's in the middle of the body, chest and belly. You might even feel the belly contacting the upper thigh. And you'll also feel your arms just sliding down. And take a moment to breathe here. And open your eyes and see if you can see your toes. So what's happening here? This is an interesting moment in our life. We're hanging forward. We can open the eyes. We can see the feet right below. And then we're going to slide right back up. So it's moment to moment acceptance of everything that we're doing. We can have eyes open. We can have them closed. Just for a moment, take a moment to move your arms, hands, feet, legs in any way that would help you release any tension that developed. So go ahead and Move whatever wants to move. Because your body has given you a very big piece of information. Yes, it's saying, just how do I want to move right now? Maybe feet, maybe hands, maybe stretching. Who knows what the body wants to do? So give yourself a little time to do that. Developing trust, trusting what's being called forth. And as you bring those movements to a close, come back to your comfortable seated position and stay with your breath, because the breath is going to support us through everything that we're doing. We're going to lift the left foot off the floor and we'll make a circle with that foot. So the foot is circling around in one direction and then the other. So try this with one foot. You might hear some snap, crackles, and pops. You can even take that foot and conduct at Tanglewood. Can you picture yourself conducting with that foot? Mm-hmm. Yep, it's kind of swinging left and right. Yeah. Wiggle the toes. Bring that foot down. Take a breath. Other leg. Lift that other leg. Lift that foot to a height that feels comfortable. Flex and point. Nice, easy breathing. Actually honoring the job that your feet have done for so many years. It's nice to just say hello, toes, ankles, tendons, bottoms of the feet, making some circles. Sometimes it's nice to look at your feet. Other times you can close your eyes and just feel what's happening, how your body wants to move. And then we're going to lift both feet at the same time. We're going to make a little fist with the hands, and we're going to circle the feet and the fists at the same time. So what an amazing thing to be able to coordinate and to have the brain send signals to the parts of the body so that you can actually coordinate these movements. Good. Windshield wiper the feet from side to side and the hands. This is Eddie Cantor asana. Remember how he moved his hands from left to right? So we can do hands and feet at the same time. And then we'll bring the hands back to the lap, bring the feet down, and bring your buttocks 1 or 2 inches forward. So you're just a little bit further forward on your chair. So your feet are definitely touching the floor at this point. Bring your hands onto your knees, and we're going to do a forward bend here. So we're going to slide the hands down. As you slide down the patella, you're going to get to the shin, and you're going to slide down the shins all the way down as far as you want to. And let your arms hang down as far as they want to. And see if you can relax your shoulders a little bit. Now you have a choice here. You can either let your head drop down, like Tom Dooley, hang down your head Tom Dooley, or if that doesn't feel right for you, keep your head up and you're still in a forward bend. So sometimes this is a very beautiful release for the lower back. Nice, easy forward bend. For those of you that wish to drop the head, let the head pull you all the way forward. Breathe into your whole spine. The lower spine, the middle spine, the upper spine. Let your arms just release. Let them have a freedom as they hang down. And very gently and very slowly begin to uncurl the spine. So we had an opportunity to really explore a forward bend, moving forward and breathing. And we're going to do a little tiny gentle back bend. Lift your chest forward, press your chest up, and just lean back a little bit. Look up to the ceiling and let your arms reach behind you just a little bit if you're able to do that. So this back bend is going to be something that feels comfortable for you. Some of you may wish to lean very far back and your arms can come behind you and you can get a big, beautiful stretch with both arms behind you, up overhead if that feels okay. Maybe one arm doesn't feel comfortable doing that. You can actually just do any kind of back bend that feels good. Very good. And then we're going to come out of the back bend, come into an upright position. So once again, please come back to sitting straight up and down. And you're coming a little further forward on your chair. And we're going to bring the arms to the side of the body and press your left fingertips down to the floor. Come back to center and then press the right fingertips down. So this is actually a lateral movement going from side to side. We did a little back bend. We did a lot of forward bend. And now we're going laterally, side to side. What do you feel when you lean your whole torso over and you let that hand come down towards the floor? And there's no right answer to this because we don't know until we move the body into these places. We don't really know until we're in the posture. So it's literally an exploration, isn't it? Because you can't really predict the future. You can't predict how your body's going to feel. You can imagine, but until you're doing it, you're not really in the present moment. So we go from side to side. And the next time that the right hand comes down towards the floor, lift your left arm out to the side and bring it up. And you're going to feel like you're flying, you're like an airplane coming in for a landing. You're leaning over to the side, banking off the northeast wind, coming in for a landing, and then we're going to come back to center. I was actually in Nantucket, and I've never been there, but I felt like I was coming into Nantucket for a landing. So now the left hand comes down, we lean over, and then we're going to bring the other arm up, and we're leaning over, coming in for a landing, and we're going to do this from side to side. So we're just going to lean left and right, just like a little airplane flying. So we really have a side stretch here. And we don't usually do this movement in Stop and Shop, do we? We only get a chance to do it in chair yoga. So really get that flying movement. And then we'll just end that movement for a moment. And we'll let the hands come back to the lap. And then lean back in your chair for a moment. If your chair is comfortable, just let your back rest against it. We're going to open the legs a little bit wider now. So open your knees a little bit to the side. And we're going to just bring the knees together and apart. So pushing the knees towards each other and then opening. So your feet are going to be on the floor, but maybe even your toes are on the floor. Maybe the whole foot isn't flat against the floor, but we're opening and closing the knees. So which muscles are making those knees move together and apart? What do you feel when you open and close the knees? Now, if your hands are on your knees, if you wanted to put the hands on the knees, you could use your hands to open the knees. And then you could push the knees together. So we're going to open and close the knees. So you can't really do this when you're driving, so you have to do it when you're doing your yoga class. Next time the knees open, we're going to slide the left hand down from the knee, down the shin. So you're going to slide down with a flat back. And you'll notice that your chest is coming towards that leg, and the arm is coming down the foot, down towards the foot. And just for a moment, take a breath. Notice what you feel in the side of the body and the back of the body. And then we're going to just gently, 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 slowly, slowly, slowly slide back up. And then when we come back to center, the hands can stay on the thighs or the knee. And we'll take a moment to notice what we feel. It's really nice to slow down. Notice if your mind is fast or slow. Notice if your mood is positive or a little bit on the agitated side. So we're just taking stock. And notice if your body is mostly comfortable or mostly not comfortable. So we're just going with our body, supporting ourselves. Let's get ready to move the right hand down the shin. So slowly, slowly sliding down, exploring, moving forward with that hand. Oh, do you feel the waistline or the lower back here? You do not have to drop your head down unless you wish to. Sometimes it feels appropriate to drop your head down and feel the neck releasing a little bit. But sometimes that doesn't feel safe for you, so you can keep your head up even though you're sliding down the leg. You can even turn your head a little bit from side to side. You can even feel your shoulders relaxing here. And we're going to get ready to slowly and gently begin to uncurl your body, coming back into a seated position. And we're breathing and relaxing. Close your eyes. So now we're going to do some alternate nostril breathing, because pranayama, mastering the life force, is a very big part of our yoga practice. So we don't always have Sometimes we're not able to move our body for one reason or another. Maybe we're sick, but we can always breathe. So we're going to come into a posture with our right hand called Vishnu Mudra. So we bring our hand up and we bring the middle finger and index finger down towards the palm. So what remains is pinky, ring finger, and thumb. So this is Vishnu Mudra. We turn the hand towards our face and place the thumb on your right nostril. And take your other hand and put it on your elbow. So your other hand is actually can support that elbow so that you're not tensing yourself. You just support it. And now that Vishnu Mudra is getting ready to do alternate nostril breathing. We're going to close the right nostril with our thumb and exhale through the left nostril. Exhale left. Slow inhalation through the left nostril. Close the nostril with your ring finger and open the right nostril. Exhale through the right nostril. Inhale right. Close it. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close it. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close it. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close it. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close it. Exhale left. Relax your shoulders. Inhale left. Close it. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close it. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close it. Exhale right. Bring your hand down into your lap. Now, allow your breath to return through both nostrils. Now we're breathing through both nostrils. If you feel the need to blow your nose, if you're noticing that you need to, you'll go ahead and do that. So what we just did is Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breath, and the yogis believe that it balances the hemispheres of the brain. But not only that, it balances the sides of the body. And if you're very, very nervous on a particular day, this will calm you down. And if you're too calm, this might energize you a little bit. Sometimes you get a little bit of out of balance. So now we're going to work a little bit with the legs. We're going to stretch both legs out in front. And if you're able to, take your arms up overhead and bring them behind you. And give your body a stretch from the front to the back, from the toes to the fingers. And we're going to bring the arms down. And bring your feet down. Closing your eyes. Get ready to lift your left knee up. Lift your left knee up. Hold on to the knee. Bring the knee down. Bring the knee up. Bring it down. Hug it in And give that knee a nice squeeze so that thigh comes into the chest. And then we're going to make a circle with that knee. Go ahead and circle your knee. Can you feel the sensations in your hip and your leg when you make that circle? Now you can bring that leg down for a rest. Lift your other knee up. See if you can hug that knee into the chest. Bring the knee down. Now you also know that if you're not able to reach your knee, you can hold on to the back of your thigh. The main thing is we're lifting that leg up towards the chest, coming into a wind relieving posture. We squeeze that thigh towards the belly, and then we'll bring it down. We'll bring it up and down. Just relax. Stay with your breath. And then hold on to that leg either on your knee or somewhere else, and see if you can circle that knee. So what is that like to move the knee around? So actually what's happening is your femur, your thigh bone, is moving around in your socket of your pelvis. This is very, very good for the hips. And then you can always reverse the direction of that circle. Now, anytime you're feeling like you're tired, take a moment to stop the movement. And go ahead and let your legs come down to the floor. So we had a nice hip circle there. And what we're going to do is we're going to just take a moment to breathe. And we're going to do some stretching for our legs. We're going to do some of the most delightful stretches because they're easy, but they will give us a chance to stretch the backs of our legs, the calves and the hamstrings. So find your yoga tie and just go ahead and lower it down so that you can grab the bottom of your foot. Behind your toes or maybe at the arch, wherever you can get a good grasp on that tie. Now shoulders and elbows will be relaxed here, so you don't want to tense up your arms when you do this. And you can hold the tie loosely. And then we're going to slowly move that foot left and right. And let this be gentle for you. Let this be just what you need. So you may need just breathing. Maybe you just want to breathe with that leg. Some of us will want to get deeper stretches. You might want to swing that leg a little further to the side. That's up to you. You can use one hand or both hands. So you can play around with holding the tie, using both hands or one hand. And the next time that leg comes out to the side, you can shorten up on the tie a little bit and just keep that leg out to the side. You can flex your foot so that the toes come up towards the sky. And as you press the heel into the wall, You're going to actually feel a stretch. Now, can you relax your jaw and your shoulders at the same time? And then we'll swing that leg right back in front. So the leg is right out in front of you, kind of in line with your belly button. And the next thing we'll do is lift and lower the leg. So we just use the strength of our arms to very gently lift that leg. You can go slowly or quickly. It's up to you. Lift that leg up again and see if you can do a forward bend over that leg. So what would that be like? You would begin to maybe shorten up on the tie a little bit, and you would begin to simply move your chest towards your leg. And there's no need to round your back here. You can keep your back completely straight. So every breath will take you a little further down towards your leg. And some of you are very flexible in this particular posture, and you can even go a little further if it feels comfortable. That means you can actually start to pull the head towards your foot. So it's quite a stretch for the backs of our legs. And then we're going to slowly just lower that foot down to the floor. And then you can take the tie away very slowly and slowly come back to gentle seated position. And just notice your breath, returning to the breath, relaxing, feeling, and of course, always greeting yourself where you are. So I got that from Aruni. She says, greet yourself where you are, which means wherever you are, physically, emotionally, spiritually, you just totally accept. Sometimes you don't like it, but that's okay. So greeting yourself where you are in this moment, because the next moment is going to be different. It could be fabulous. You never know. So we don't need to jump into the future all the time. We'll stay present with ourselves in every moment. And now we're ready to do the other leg, which is going to possibly be a whole different story. So go ahead and lean forward, lasso your foot with your tie. Take your time to do that. It takes a little time to lasso the foot. And when you have done that, take a moment to relax the shoulders. You can even sit up tall with your spine. And we're going to begin to explore making a very simple arc. So that leg slides to the left and slides to the right. And as you know, you're using one hand or both hands, depending on how your body wants to swing the leg. And if you slow it down, you can actually feel what's happening with the muscles. You can relax your jaw and your shoulders. We'll go all the way to the left and then kind of come across the body if you can, a little bit to the other side. And if you're feeling very frisky today or very, very flexible, you can stretch that leg way out to the side. And it feels like it feels. Relaxing the whole body and breathing into that inner thigh stretch. We're not trying to improve anything. We're simply learning to be equanimous with our present moment experience. So we don't need to get any better. And then we'll bring that leg right back out in front. And the last part of this exercise is to lift and lower the leg. And you may notice that this is an actually upper body strengthener. You can feel the muscles in your arms lifting the leg. Your elbows might be bent as you lift the leg, and the arms might straighten a little bit when you lower the leg. Lifting and lowering. Now, if you're holding your breath or if you forgot that you were breathing, please return to your breath. The next time that the leg comes up, we're going to try a forward bend over this leg. So you'll shorten up a little bit on your thigh, and you're going to flex that foot so the toes lean, the toes point up to the ceiling. Slowly, slowly bringing the chest towards your thigh. That's just leaning forward a little bit. Moving the head towards your foot. The head does not have to drop down at all. In fact, you start to feel a big lengthening in the back. And of course, you might feel a little pulling in the back of your leg. So you'll feel the hamstrings and the calf getting a little pulling sensation. For those of you that like to release the neck, you can drop your head down. I always like to drop my head down at the end of this forward bend, but that might not work for you. Dropping the head down. Or not. Your choice. Couple more breaths here. And then we are going to slowly lower that foot down. And of course, now the yoga tie can go somewhere else because we are not going to use it anymore. So let's take a moment to come back to center. And we will do a practice of doing. It's actually a self-massage. It can be done with the fingertips, or it can be done with the palms, or it can be done with soft fists. So today we're going to do it with fingertips. We're going to place the fingertips on the head, and if that works for your arms to bring them into this position, you're going to be tapping your head all over the head. That means from top to bottom, to the side, and as you're tapping all over the head, see if you encounter any places on the scalp or on the head that have a little congestion. Sometimes there are places maybe in the temples. If you tap the temples, you might notice that there's perhaps a little tenderness there. So you're tapping, tapping, tapping. You can go it to the back on the occipital ridge, which is the very, very bottom back of the skull. And you can tap that. You're going to tap all over the place. Let's go to the forehead. You're going to tap the forehead with your fingers. Get the temples again. And go down to the cheeks. You can tap the cheekbones, right below the cheekbones where it's a little fleshier. Open your mouth and say, ah. Take 2 aspirins and call me in the morning. Ah. Opening the jaw. Maybe there's a little tension in the mouth. Ah. Tapping on my window. And then we go down to the chin. We tap the chin. Now we're going to take one hand and tap the center of your sternum and stimulate the thymus gland right behind the sternum. Let's take both hands and tap the pectoral muscles. Tap the chest. You can make fists with your hands here, soft fists. You're tapping from left to right, maybe even coming back to the thymus gland in the middle. Now you're going to feel your lungs behind the sternum. Opening congestion if there's any lung congestion. Tapping. Take your right hand and extend the arm. Tap up and down the inside of your arm. Go up and down the inside of the arm. Turn the arm over. We'll go up and down. Switch arms. We go up and down the inside of the arm. So I don't know a lot about Chinese medicine, but I know that there are meridians in Chinese medicine. There are meridians that flow up and down the body all over the place. And we are working those meridians. So we're stimulating the flow of lymph, the lymphatic system. And then we'll go up and down the top of the arm. Very good. The last thing we're going to do is massage our ears. I want you to just gently bend your elbows and start to explore with your fingers. And this is where you're going to use the gift of your imagination. Going to be exploring and stretching different parts of your ears. Going to be getting the earlobe. You can even grab the top of the ear and pull it out to the side. Just exploring the back of the ear. This is another important place that Chinese medicine emphasizes, that massaging the ears is very helpful for the physical body, the whole body. When you're finished with your ears, bring your hands to either side of your jaw. Open up your jaw and massage the jaw muscles. And really, really see how they want to be massaged. So you're listening to your inner wisdom as you massage. And take a moment to continue massaging your face with your fingers. So this is going to be perhaps some circular movements with your fingers. Just moving the fingers around in a circle and digging into the muscles in the chin and the cheek. Maybe your forehead is a little sore. You can massage in circular movements, finding any place that you can release tension. Maybe there's one spot that actually is the only place in your head that's sore. You never know. With the intention of releasing any pressure. And we're getting ready now to come into a relaxation. So closing your eyes, become aware of any heat in your body. So what did you, with your stimulation, where do you feel heat? Where do you feel tingling or energy flowing? Now scan your body and allow your body to relax completely. And we're going to start at the top of the head. So when I say a place on your body, bring your awareness to that place and begin to relax that part of your body. So relax the top of your head, the whole scalp. Relax the back of your head and the whole front of your face, every muscle in the face. Just let go of any holding and feel a wave of relaxation coming down the neck, those big muscles in the neck. Moving down to this shoulder area, relaxing your shoulders and arms so that the arms feel very heavy and they start to melt. The arms begin to melt into the rest of the body. Now we're moving down the body. So any internal organ, any part of the interior of your body, you're going to feel a relaxation of the ribs, any organs, maybe the lungs and the heart can relax. Maybe you need to take a deep breath to relax the lungs. And we're moving down to the lower part of the body and the buttocks and the lower part of the abdomen, the lower back muscles, all the way down the legs. And just let all of the muscles, tendons, and the whole the whole circulatory system is relaxing. And send the breath to your entire physical body. And when you get down to the bottoms of the feet, see if you can send your roots down into Mother Earth. And draw up energy from the earth to sustain and to support you in your journey today. We have a whole day of beautiful sun. Connecting to the earth, sending your roots down, and feeling a very deep connection with the earth. And as you draw up energy from the earth, you're going to send it all the way up to the crown of the head. through the spinal column. And the top of the head opens to connect with the heavenly energies. So these are our higher energies. So connecting heaven and earth. And you are a tuning fork today, filled with fresh energy. So you don't have to feel like you have to relax. You just need to feel all of who you are in each moment. So this relaxation period, during this time, you can connect with all of who you are. Breathing in peace. Breathing out peace. Continuing to follow your breath. Connecting your whole energy to peace, self-acceptance, gratitude, places in your heart that make you feel peaceful. Floating on your heart, floating on your breath. Just letting each breath reveal the next moment without needing to change anything. So we're going to bring our practice to a close right now. So I invite you to deepen your breath, coming out of this period of relaxation, of going inside. Begin to deepen your breath and return to your physical body so you start to feel the weight of the body again. So we're coming back to the physical body, and we can begin to wiggle our fingers and toes to start to awaken the physical body. So I have a very noisy body today. My toes and fingers are just cracking away, and that's my favorite thing to do. So you're going to wiggle your fingers and toes and take a little stretch. And just for a moment, come back to your body and set an intention for your day. And if you're listening to this recording sometime in the future, set an intention for your future day. And bring your hands into prayer position. So for me, I'm going to say I am peaceful, I am happy, I am one with the universe. I'm completely connected to the sun and the snow and all of my wonderful friends. So take a moment to connect with your inner wisdom and send a prayer to yourself, saying what you want to say to yourself. And let's acknowledge each other by greeting each other with namaste. I'm smiling just like you are. Namaste, everyone. Have a glorious, glorious day. And thank you so much for joining me. And I will stop the recording, everyone. So let me do that first.